Hello. What I'm going to present to you is a very graphic, disturbing reality of what Summer may have faced. This is psychic Reverend Donna Seraphina. She seems to get a really good read on the dynamics of relationships in these murder cases. She was correct in the case of JJ and Tylee. Many things have been proven correct so far in the case of Suzanne Morphew. In fact, every case I've followed her on so far, she ends up getting so many things right. It's pretty amazing and profound. So you're going to hear right now graphic details of what Summer Wells may have endured at the hands of some very awful people. They met her, it seems, in a public place where photos were taken of her, and from there you will hear the rest. So, disclaimer, mediumship, the best in the world, they're about 80% right. And I have to say Donna's somewhere around there, in my opinion. Remember, this does not mean this is fact. This is what Donna picked up in her mediumship reading. So here goes. Thank you.
What I'm seeing is a little drop of blood on that mattress, but I don't know if a child that young would have something like that, but it's likely symbolic. I'm seeing an upside down gazebo, an upside down carousel. The carousel's right side up, but there's a mirror. And it's like I'm looking at a gazebo. At first it looked like an upside down gazebo, but then it looked like a reflection, like a mirror reflection. Definitely the mirror thing is bringing up chills on my legs. So I'm supposed to be seeing a mirror. And I feel like we're going to be looking also for one of those places with the carousel where you ride horses. They filmed her there. They took pictures of her there. I think that might be where they originally met at. Those people took pictures to see if they wanted to buy her. And it's the mom I see selling her. I don't want to put the father in the picture, so in things this serious, like I like to let it just clear. I don't do that every time I'm just doing a regular reading. Sometimes it's good to let it build up, but I guess I could do that too, but because then the energy builds, which is good. But at the same time, it is murder, and I'm making an accusation in some sense of the word. A steam engine. And it might be the park where the steam engine is. I feel like saying Tennessee Hills. I wonder if there's a brewery or winery, Tennessee Hills Brewery or winery. I'm seeing that horse stable again where when you leave the watering pond and then you see that really well-groomed horse stable. See, these people wanted to ingratiate her and have Summer go along with them until whatever point they decided not to have it go that way. But I keep getting groomed since birth, and they've said that in my ear like 5 times. Like the first time I'm like, yeah, could be, but they keep saying it. So I think essentially these are all selling points to the pedophile ring. And the thing about it is, you never know who's really involved, I'm asking for Jesus Christ, and I know this sounds weird, but I'm seeing someone stabbing her, and you'd think just a little kid would be easy just to choke. For some reason, I'm seeing someone stabbing her. And this guy, it's almost like theater. Like he's dressed like some kind of character. Gross. Like, okay, I'm seeing a knife being used. Chris and Jeff. So I'll look up any names. I mean, there could be a cross street named Christian and Jefferson, you know what I mean? Or it could be two brothers, or it could be two people. Just pops into my, or it could be mind garbage. So it just popped into my head. Okay, I'm seeing going to one of these underwater, well, what I'm seeing is, you know, where I live at SeaWorld, and that you go under and you watch the fish through the, or you watch the orca whale or whatever through the, aquarium. Part of the reason, I feel like part of the reason they brought her here is to make, is like, I wonder if they're middlemen. But anyways, okay, so like they want pictures of her being this normal girl, right? And then they probably put that in the catalog, and then for X and X price you get access to see X and X and X, and then you know, all the way up into, but it feels like they would have kept her around for years, but it was too high risk. So we had to do a standard dozier. I'm going to have to look that up, D-O-Z-I-E-R, dozier. We had to do a standard dozier. I don't know what that means. I don't want to move forward to myself and say like they had to come to a decision about it, because just of the chance of it getting tracked back to them just with so much attention and focus. Okay, so now I'm seeing a couch. The couch has a pillow on it. Summer wants to go home now. Like she misses her mom and dad. But they're trying to act nicer and saying, "This is your new home, see? Don't you like us?" And blah, blah. They told you to come with us. It's mind-blowing that grown men would hurt a child like that, you know? Okay, so I don't need to see any more of that. I'm asking my spirit guides to clear that, please. And then just, if there's any, so there's men that like to also see little girls cry by hurting them, whopping them. I feel like a good snuff film could bring in about 50 grand or something like that. Dime a dozen. Little girls in the countryside get sold cheap. Some just brutal things. I don't think there's any point to see any of that. I think what it is if she's dead in real life. If she's dead, which unfortunately appears to be the case. Where is she buried? What did they do with her? Where they buried her is down a hill. Because you would definitely not be able to walk. You have to put yourself sideways and go down sideways like that. You could step conceivably sideways, but you couldn't go straight down. Or you'd fall. But if you put your feet sideways to the mountain. Sideways to side. So it would look for someone named Sideways Mountain. Sideways Road, that kind of thing. Let's see. I've seen a newspaper article of them being arrested, so I don't know if that's for past offense or for the future. I see Summer, so it might be that they will get arrested. I got a little spirit energy, so they're going to get arrested. Well, they lead Summer. Someone will make a deal and lead Summer to the body of Summer, probably. I got some spirit energy on that, but that's what's gonna happen. And so that's how they'll find her body. But it's like, okay, so I'm gonna look up the carousel. This seems like both parents were in agreement about her. Candace wanted to make sure to get rid of her before kindergarten. Was hoping to get rid of her before kindergarten started, so there'd be less notice of it. But I feel like It was arranged through mutual sex offender friends. Got some spirit energy. It's not super big chills. Putting that up, and then they have sex offender friends, and then it's a friend of a friend of a friend of a thing like that. Or were they contacted? I don't know. Let me see. Back to the carousel. Twin. There's a really weird reflection. It's like it's a carousel. It's like it's a real one in a way that they bring her to. But then there's a mirror underneath, and it's like you see straight down, like if it was a toy carousel. So they act to Summer like they're going to be super nice to her. Buy her an ice cream cone, gain her but her parents told her to go. That trade-off for money may have happened at that carousel.
So now you can see why we've kind of wanted to keep it hush-hush, sort of. It's so graphic and it's so disturbing, and it makes some accusations that are completely awful to ever accuse anybody of. But the reality is, usually when Donna sees something, it's for a reason. She does have a tremendous ability to tap into the situation itself. And in this reading, you heard that Summer was put into the hands somehow of these people who then made a snuff film. I guess they dressed up in character, and that is where they brutally abused her and ended her life. I hope desperately that this reading is wrong, and that for the first time I will see that Donna was wrong, because I don't want this to be right. This is disturbing, but Donna has consistently released information about these murder cases before law enforcement, before the media, and I just have a feeling she might be right again. Anyway, I urge you, if you're not familiar with Psychic Reverend Donna Seraphina's work, take a look at her page, at her YouTube channel. She has done some amazing things, had some really incredible accuracies in the past. And thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to her, to me, and have a good night. Bye.